Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for stopping by. My name is Will. I am a political economist, and this is part two of my work in doing velocity banking and working with clients. What I do, I have a program, and I help improve your credit through various means, becoming an authorized user, making short-term loans to get you over the velocity banking hump, help you to get a mortgage in terms of improving your credit and your scores. So if you want to work with me and my team, definitely let me know. All right, so this is part two, and just giving you a little in-depth as to my journey. Let's go back to December of 2025. I had debts of 177,784. For many of you who have been following me, I started off with $352,000 in debt. Had 160, I think, forgiven through loan forgiveness. That remains, I have a couple of HELOCs and mortgages that I've acquired by myself. So if you have a partner, there should be no reason you're unable to, I think, get a home, improve your credit, and get into the real estate game. Now, in looking at January, these are my numbers, 177,184 in debt. And this is a snippet of my February data points, as you can see. So I'm going to compare February to January that we're in now, and let's go through some of the numbers. So I paid off the Amex card and had some trailing interest of $25.42. Still got an Amex card with 0% interest, and that has a balance of 1,900. Have three Bank of America credit cards, paying them off. Paid one off last month, and that is just here at 29.91. Capital One credit cards, as you can see, let's go back earlier. Started paying them off. I had 3,000, nearly 4,000 on the business. Paid that off. So Discover was also paid off. Let's look at last month or the previous month. Yes, previous month was 2,361 on Discover. Now here I have two lines of credit on two of my properties. So yes, if you're able to get a mortgage and get a home and be able to build up equity, you can take out a home equity line of credit, use that line of credit as your budget or operating expense and pay down debt. It can be much cheaper than credit cards, but there is some risk if you don't pay the home equity line of credit, you lose your property. So you want to be careful. But I currently have two home equity lines of credit on my properties. In January, one of the lines, the 150,493, I'm only paying the interest and a little toward the principal, maybe like a $5 or $10 extra, but I'm concentrating on paying the minimum on all the other bills to pay them off, to pay off one of the credit cards that I selected. Now I pulled about $4,000 off of this HELOC and I distributed it across these credit cards to pay them off. As you can see, in December, I was paying 2,100 as a minimum payment. January was paying, let me move this, 2,104. And in February, it went to 2,053. So the minimum payments hadn't really dropped, but I saw some savings on the other end as we get to it. So paid off some another additional credit card with Navy Federal. Paid off also a Patel. Let's go back to January and see what that looked like. Okay. Now let's go over to, I also have one remaining mortgage, and this is the mortgage here, and it also has deferred interest on the back end. I have a Wells Fargo business card and a Wells Fargo account. I paid down, particularly on the business side. and this 0% card here. So we can see now that my debt has come down approximately a few thousand. Let's look at some of the results here. Let me go back. All right, so if we look over here, this has been a result of going from January to February. Oh, just a moment, let me put that on here. Okay, so as I said, I was using one of my home equity lines of credit. The credit is 50,500 at an interest rate of 8.50. I started with I think 10.25 with the Feds decreasing the Fed's rate that has decreased. And again, as I said, I pulled about $4,000 off of this HELOC and use it to decrease some of the credit cards and the interest rates. So in doing velocity banking, moving from a line of credit in general, interest bearing more than the HELOC, then making it a little bit more succinct. So this was a period from my overall debt went from 177, 184 to 174, 637, a 2,547 decreased by consolidating some of my loans and also credit cards and paying less on interest and increasing the cash flow. So I'm going to take this $2,000 in cash flow and it's going to remain in one of these two HELOCs over here. I have no emergency funds. I have no backup funds. All my monies is sitting in those two HELOCs, pushing down the average daily balance and the interest rates. If I need something, then I simply move it over to the checking account and pay it off. Historically, I had a number of checking accounts, but I changed that. So just wanted to give you that quick update. And this was the period from February of the changes. And again, I increased the HELOC that I'm using by a little bit close to 3,500, but I decreased my overall balance. So thank you very much. Have a great day, everyone. If you have any questions, please, you can email me or call. I love to work with you or your team, your family, to help you also use lines of credit to reduce your debt. That could be a PLOC, a BLOC, or a home equity line of credit. Just get in touch with me and let's see if we can work together. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.